Hi everybody, today I'm going to be talking about Texting Story Maker. I was introduced to this very cool app by Joe Dale, the amazing Joe Dale. So I'm just going to do to show you the basic stuff, and after I'll show you how I found a little twist to make it even more exciting. So as you can see, it's got a nice clean interface and it's super easy to be playing with or to be organizing things. You already have some characters here, some icons for people, and you have their names. You can change the names. If you want to call Aisha, I'm going to change it into Amelie, maybe something like this, and so on and so forth. You can change the name of the people, or you can also change, obviously, the name of the characters here, and you can change the dialogue, and you can see you have an idea, because the Amelie's change Aisha, she changed into Amelie. You can see that it works like a text messages, and people send text message to each other. You can delay the time. I think the time delay is really good to make your final product maybe shorter or longer, depending how good the people you're going to be working with are. Quicker if they're going to be a good class, or maybe they're quite sharp. Maybe a bit slower if it's going to be a bit more difficult. But it's really up to you. So you can save it as a GIF or WEBM, and I'm going to be saving as a WEBM actually. To make sure that I'm happy with it, but I'm going to be doing that little twist as I mentioned. If I want to change my avatar, I'm very much can do that. I just need to be clicking on this. I get into my files and I can change the picture. As you can see, I managed to be changing the picture here by uploading from my computer. You can go on sites like free sites for pictures like Pixabay and places like this. Once you're happy with the dialogue, with the topic you're working on, with whatever you want, by the way, if you want to add more message, you can click on one of the message. If you happen to make some mistakes and there's too much space or things like that, sadly you're gonna have to. There's nothing to allow to erase an extra line, so it's still gonna be there. So you have to start from the beginning and you have to refresh the page. So that's probably something that we'll need to improve, but it's such a good little tool that maybe you can copy and paste the dialogue somewhere, and before erasing and starting again, it takes a little bit more time, but I'm sure I can still do that. I can make do with that. Now I'm happy with my result. What I need to do, I need to record the animation. So quite straightforward, record animation. So it's going to be showing something like this. You can see it's going at a certain pace. And when it's finished, I just click on the red button again, and it will be the end of it. There we go, finished. Now you can see that it saved it as a WEBM, which is a file format. If ever you wanted to play this into different formats, there's tons of websites online. We can change this WEBM into an MP4 or something different if you needed to. Well, what I'm interested in now is, obviously this is a very good tool if you want to be working on people's comprehension, if you wanted to have that as a backup, as a dialogue, and maybe the pupil will fill in a sheet or the answer on a mini whiteboard or something like that, some questions when you show that a couple of times, and after you hide the details. You could also have the children making their own to practice some dialogues or some questions. They create their own. You can even put it in a Wakelet or something afterwards, something exciting like this. What I'm going to show you now, I think if you wanted to add some voice over it, this is the little twist I put it. We're going to be using Flip. So I'm going to show you how to do that. There you go. So now I am on Flip, as you can see. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to be using the features of Flip to put my new animation, my chat animation in the background. You can see I've got it open here in Chrome. So backdrop. In there, what I want to do is I want to be using use screen as backdrop. So I'll click on this. It's going to ask me what you want to show. I'm going to show Chrome tab and chat animation. There's lots of them I can do. I'm going to be using that one. You can see I've got this, and I've got different things and telling me stop sharing and things like that. So what I want to do, I want to play this whilst I'm going to be using Flip. Look and see, you can see it in the background, okay? So I look a bit strange haircut at the moment, it doesn't really matter. I can make myself smaller, like this, so I can be on that. It could have a couple of people. It'd be nice to have 2 or 3 people filmed at the same time and chatting here and there. What I want to do now, I want to start my animation. It's going to be starting from the beginning, and I can record over it. Okay, so chat animation. I'm going to be clicking on play. Quick, I'll go back on the other side, and I'll start recording. Comment vas-tu? Pas mal et toi? J'ai la pêche. Comment vas-tu, Laurent? Je suis un peu fatigué aujourd'hui. On fait quoi cet après-midi? On peut aller au ciné voir Mathilda. Génial, j'adore les comédies musicales. Okay, as you can see, we'll cut the bottom bit, and you can see that. Obviously, you probably know the text beforehand anyway, so it shouldn't be a problem at all. I'll finish doing my recording, and I am going to go through the motions. Comment vas-tu? Pas mal et toi? J'ai la pêche. Comment? Okay, so this is a very good opportunity to actually work on that. If you want to have a tiny bit of music in the background, you could. I don't think that would be very necessary here at all. You can split your thing, you can restart again. I'm very happy with the content. I click on next, that'll be me, and save to my profile, and boom, I have my video. There we go. Now I'm in Wakelet, and as you know, in Wakelet, I've just created the awesome collection where you will be able to share all of these dialogues that you've been created with your class. This is a perfect place where you can show your head of department, you can show SLT inspectors that you are doing an amazing job with your class, and that you're putting a little bit of tech to enhance learning during lessons. So it's very straightforward to have all these little videos. You just need to get a link into Flip and just pop it there. As you know, in Wakelet they create a very, very good collection that you can share. So even share with parents, why not, to show that their children are doing a fabulous job. Okay, it's quite straightforward. So I hope that this was very useful. And Texting Storymaker is a good little app that you use in your lessons to be practicing dialogues, working on questions, and also on top of that, you can add some pronunciation practicing at the same time using Flip. So a bit of app smashing, but a pretty cool tool to develop all these skills. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you soon on the channel.